All right, good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? Hope everybody's had a good trading week here and a good 4th of July holiday on Wednesday and enjoyed some time off with friends and family there. Hope everyone had a good one and a safe one. And if I can go ahead and get a quick audio and video check, just let me know that you can hear me and see my screen, that we're coming through loud and clear. If you can just type it right there in that questions box. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. All right, Brian, you too. Thank you very much. Okay, well, let's jump right in here. We've got a lot to cover today, and normally we do these webinars on Thursdays, but with the holiday, we pushed it back to Friday. So I don't want to keep you too long here on your Friday afternoon. We'll let you get rolling to your weekend and spend some time with your family and some time off here. So welcome to the Nadex Application and Strategy webinar series. My name is John Skelton. I'm with apexinvesting.com, and this webinar today is brought to you by and hosted by Nadex, so we appreciate them having us here. And today we're going to talk about Nadex Binaries 101. Okay, what we're with these webinars, we kind of cycle back through every few months. We start off with some of the basics, and then we kind of set that foundation, and we kind of build from there. Let's see here. Okay, Robert, you got it now? Okay. So Robert said, I cannot hear you talking. Sylvia says, you can hear me, but you don't see my screen. Can you see it now? Everybody good? We got audio and video, looks like. Okay. So we like to kind of cycle back through and start fresh, because we know that there's a lot of you that are new and, brand new to Nadex that, don't even quite have a, understanding of, the basics of Nadex binaries or Nadex spreads, okay? All right, a couple of y'all still saying no screen. Paul says, what does your screen say? Paul right here says Nadex Binaries 101. I just flipped my screen there. Everybody see that? Okay. Looks like most everybody's seeing that. If any of you are having trouble, you might need to log off and log right back in. But so again, for those of you that are new, we're kind of starting back, from point one here. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of hold your hand and walk you through it like a 5-year-old, as it were. And we're going to, take this kind of like I'm expecting you to know nothing about Nadex and nothing about Nadex binaries whatsoever, and just walk you through the basics. So this is not going to be some, crazy high-tech advanced webinar about, in-depth, over your head crazy strategies and systems and volume. We're going to kind of be starting from the foundation here. So for some of you, this might be very elementary if you've been trading Nadex for a while, but again, it's always good to go back and review the basics. But for those of you that are brand new, this webinar is going to be very specific for you to help you get a basic understanding of Nadex binaries, what they are and how they work. So let's knock out a few things here. Disclosures, as always, trading futures, options, or any financial instrument involves risk, may not be suitable for every investor. This presentation is for informational and educational purposes only. Also, guys, very important, if you're ever on a webinar with me here and you see me pulling up the Nadex demo platform and ever entering an order, okay, that is not a recommendation. That is not trading advice. That is just me simply showing you how to use the Nadex demo platform, how to use the ticket entry, and it's helping you visualize what it is I'm trying to teach you on that webinar. Okay, so it's in no way trading advice, and past performance not indicative of future results, and any decisions are your sole responsibility. Okay, so Liz says we'd be covering order entry for buying and selling. At the end, Liz, I can do that. I can, walk through real quick on the Nadex platform and, show you how to enter and exit orders real quick. No problem. We can do that. Okay. Yeah, Gene, there is a questions box there, the one you're typing in right now. Okay. That's the only one that's on, available to you here on this webinar. So for those of you that are brand new, make sure to hop on over to nadex.com, and you can go through here on the website, and under these top tabs, you can get some great information. Basically, Nadex offers two different products. They offer binary options and spread options. And you can go through these two tabs here and get some great information about both of them, some good education. Over here under Learning Center, a great resource for you here. I've got to give Nadex a lot of props. They do a lot for their members. They give their members a ton of free information, free education, some great tools. You can go through here and, there's videos, trade examples, ebooks. Right here, if you click under webinars, okay, right here, if you click upcoming, this will show you all of the upcoming webinars here in the future. Show you the dates, the times, the subject that'll be covered, and you can register for that webinar ahead of time. And then once you're registered, you'll get reminder emails. All right. You can also go right here and hit on demand. For example, this webinar we're on now is being recorded. All webinars are recorded, and the recordings are put here in the demand section. You can click on demand and then just scroll down under presenters. So if you've missed any of our past webinars here, you can just find me right here under Apex Investing, and that will pull up all of the past webinars. Okay, and you'll kind of see some of the cycle here. We switch it up a little bit, but you'll see what we do. Binaries 101, choosing the right binaries. Binaries made easy, different strategies and systems. Then we get into spreads and do the same thing. And anything you need to catch up on, anything you want to jump forward on, any areas where, hey, I don't quite have this particular aspect of binaries down or spreads down, I need help on that. You can go through here, and there's all types of different webinars here. Just a complete library wealth of information here for you that you can go through. So make sure to check that out. Right here under trading platforms, you can click directly, on the online platform, which you're already on here. We got mobile apps right here. Very important, demo trading platform. If you don't have one of these, get one right now. Like literally while I'm on the webinar talking. Nadex will give you a free $25,000 demo account. Okay, it's real easy to sign up for. You just got to fill out some quick information and select a username, and they'll give you a free $25,000 demo account. Once you hit Open My Practice account, in just a few moments, you'll get an email from Nadex with a temporary password, and you'll be able to use that and log right into the Nadex demo platform. Okay. Once you do that, once you're logged into the demo platform for your very first time, go right up here to My Account, and then click right here under Settings, and then right here under Password. That will let you change that temporary password they sent you into whatever password you would like to have ongoing, and then you'll have access to the demo platform. But it's a great place to get familiar with Nadex, get familiar with, what are the different indice binaries that they offer, and what are the different, expirations that they offer, and, how to, understand the strike ladders and the different options available, how to, click them and select an entry ticket and enter an exit order. Just a great place to get familiar with the platform without using your live money to do that, right? Or to practice, learning binaries or spreads, or practice new strategies or systems with your demo account. And you do not have to have a live account, okay, in order to get a demo account, okay? Calvin, no, that's the same exact platform. They work the same exact way. The same exact products are offered, the same exact expirations and strikes and all that. So it's a great place to learn. And, learning with your live money and practicing new strategies with your live money is a very expensive education for yourself, right? Okay. I mean, I've been trading Nadex for 6 years now, all right? And I still use my demo account as I'm practicing new things or trying new strategies. And once I master them in demo and become profitable in demo and work out all the kinks, then I'll move that strategy over to my live account, okay? But you should always have a demo account. So again, tons of options there that Nadex offers for you. Over here they've got, all kind of tickets and tear-off tickets and binary ladder charts. You can open different type of charts here with Nadex, different indicators, and just a ton of free tools that they offer to you. So take advantage of it. And that's kind of what we're here for as well. That's what these webinars are for, is, Nadex has us on here, just to provide free education for you. I mean, what we are is, again, I'm not with Nadex. I'm with a company called Apex Investing, and we're an online education company. We're a group of traders helping traders. We've got over 25,000 members. We've got live trade rooms, strategies, indicators, all kind of stuff. And, we focus, a lot of our strategies focus on risk management and probability. So that's why we love the capped risk products of Nadex. And, we're traders just like you. All right. And that's what we're here for, is to help you understand who and what is Nadex. How are some ways that we trade it? How are some ways that you could trade it and take advantage of the products and incorporate them into your day-to-day trading? I've been with Apex now as head of operations for about 5 years. I've got a background in the banking industry and as a licensed stockbroker. But again, I'm an educator and I'm a trader just like you. Okay? So enough about all that, enough about me. Let's jump in here. So today, binary basics. What is a Nadex binary? How do they work? What are the different markets I can trade with Nadex? And how does the value of a binary move? And again, we're going to take this from a very basic foundation level and approach it from a standpoint that you've never really heard of a Nadex binary before. So we're going to start step by step. Okay, so what are they? How do they work? Well, first of all, let's talk about a few benefits of trading Nadex binaries. First of all, you don't have any stop outs. Okay, so you'll see here that your risk with Nadex is whatever your cost is to get into the trade. Okay, and there's no stop outs. Just because the market hits a certain level, okay, there's no stop outs before expiration. All right, and this helps protect you from these whipsaws of the market. When the market jumps real quick up this way or jumps real quick up that way, it doesn't just automatically stop you out of the trade. Your risk is capped. Okay, you have limited defined risk that you know what that risk is before you ever enter the trade. And you can never lose more than that defined risk. Okay, you can never lose any more than what you put up to get into that particular trade. Now, that's not the case all the time, is it? Like when you're trading spot forex or trading futures, right? What is something you see on those disclosures of, hey, you can lose more money than what's in your account, right? You'll never see that on a Nadex disclosure because you cannot. Not only can you never lose more than what's in your account, but you can never lose more than what you've put up for that individual particular trade. So you have limited, capped, defined risk, okay? And you can do one contract, you can do 100 contracts. So binary options, they're short-term, fast-moving contracts that only have two possibilities at expirations, two possible outcomes at the expiration of the binary, okay? A binary is either worth 0 or 100. Let's flip back over here, okay? So right here, we're back on the Nadex demo platform, okay? And what I'm looking at right here, this is what we call a strike ladder, all right? This is for the US Small Caps 2000. This is the Russell, okay? And so what are we looking at here? Okay, well, right here we have contract, okay? Then we have time left. 1 hour and 46 minutes. These particular contracts all expire at 3 p.m. All right, now anytime you see a time listed on the Nadex platform, it's always in Eastern time. So these contracts expire at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So therefore, there's 1 hour and 45 minutes left, okay? And these are based off of the, excuse me, I'm sorry, and these expire today. All right, 3 p.m. today, July 6th, 2018, okay? The bid size shows you how many contracts are available to sell, all right? See right here, the bid price and the offer price. So the offer, this is the price I can buy a contract for. The bid, this is the price I could sell a contract for, all right? Bid size is how many contracts are available to be sold. Okay, over here, offer size, how many contracts are available to be bought. Okay, This shows you the last update, and this is the indicative price, okay? This is the Nadex indicative, okay? This is the underlying market price. This is what determines, this indicative price right here is what determines at expiration whether a binary expires in the money or out of the money, profitable or not profitable, okay? This is where the current market is, okay? And it's based on the Nadex indicative price, okay? Which takes an average, all right? And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's notice this long list here, okay? Do you see these numbers right here? These are called strike prices: 1708.5, 1707.1, 1705.7, okay? You see all those? And notice they're 14 ticks apart from each other, okay? Notice it goes all the way down. This is what we call the strike ladder. The reason it's called a strike ladder is because it kind of, works its way up like a ladder. But each individual one of these, okay, is a different binary option contract. These are all different binary option contracts. Every binary option or a binary option contract has a strike price, okay? Now, I'm going to open this one right here just as an example. You notice this ticket comes up, all right, and it shows me the offer, okay, what I can buy it for, and it shows me the bid, what I can sell it for. I can select buy or sell. Right here, I've got order type. I can do a market order, which is just place that order, get me in best possible price right now. I can do a limit order, which is, hey, get me in, I want to buy this, but I only want to pay $50 for it. I'm not going to pay any more than $50 for it. Well, right now it's at $59. So if it comes down in price to $50, then it'll get me filled, okay? And I'd place the order and go into working orders. But the point is, like I told you, each different one of these is a different binary option contract. So let's talk for a minute about what is a binary option contract, all right? What does this say? All a binary option contract is, it's simply a statement. It's a statement. What does this statement say right here? That the U.S. Small Cap 2000, okay, this is based on the September futures contract, will expire greater than 1700.1 at 3 p.m. today. That's it. That's a binary option right there. It's a statement that the small caps will expire greater than 1700.1 at 3 p.m. today. Will that statement happen? Yes. Okay, binary. Think about, what does binary mean? It's yes or no, true or false, 0 or 1. This statement either will happen or it will not happen, okay? And if I think that this particular statement is true and the market will be above 1700.1, if I think a statement is true and I agree with that statement, then I want to buy, okay? Now, it doesn't mean I always want to buy this one. Maybe I want to buy a particular strike based on where it says the market will be above. But if I believe the statement is true and it will happen, then I would buy a contract, okay? If I think a statement is false and it will not happen, if I think, nope, I think the market will be less than this, okay, then I would sell. Okay, Steve asks, will the statement always be greater than? Yes, it will never be less than, Steve, because it'll always be, the statement will always be greater than. If you feel like it will be less than, okay, then you would just sell. You're disagreeing with the greater than statement to say, all right, the statement says it'll be greater than this. Yes, I agree. All right, statement says greater than this. No, I think it'll be less, so I sell. Does that make sense, Steve? So it'll always be listed and quoted as greater than. Okay, your choice is just to agree with it and buy it or disagree with it and sell it. Okay. All right. Jean says, can we change the expiration time zone? No, sir. No, sir. It's all based on Eastern time. Okay. Now, Jean, let's look at something though here real quick. Let me pull up indice binaries. Let me pull up the US Tech 100, which is the NASDAQ. There's binary options here that opened up at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and they'll expire at 2 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Then there's some right now that opened up at 1 p.m. Eastern time that expire at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Here in a little bit at 2 p.m., these will be gone, right? Because the 12 to 2s would have expired. And there'll be a new one that's from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then I have dailies already right now that expire at 4:15, the end of the day. Or I have weeklies that expire end of the day on Fridays. Okay, so like let's say it was a Monday, I'll have these intraday ones every couple hours. I'll have one that's I can get end of day, or I'll have some all the way out till Friday. Or on these indices, these stock indices, these US indices, I can go down here to 20-minute binaries, and I have some that expire every 20 minutes. So you cannot change the time zone, but you've got a ton of different expirations to choose from. Okay, so if you're needing something, well, hey, I don't think the market will be above this level, but I think it might take a certain amount of time for it to be here. Well, you can go further out, or you can go closer in. You've got a ton of different options. Okay. Let's see here. Cameron says, can you place a buy for one binary and a sell for another? Yes. Now, Cameron, you cannot buy and sell the same binary at the same time, because that would just close you out. You know what I mean? Like if I bought this binary right here, if I want to sell it, well, it's going to close out the position I just bought. But I could buy this one and then sell this one. Absolutely. Right, Cameron? Like let's say, Cameron, let's say that, okay, hey, I think the market's going to be greater than 2763. I think it'll be greater than that. So I want to buy it. I agree with that statement. But I don't think it will get greater than 2766. I think it'll be less than that. So I could sell it. Like let's say I was kind of creating a box, right? Cameron, like, okay, hey, I think it'll be above this level, but I don't think it'll go above this level. So I could buy this one for it to, you know, expire above, and at the same time sell one of these saying it'll expire below, trying to profit on both sides. Like the market will stay inside a range. Kind of what we call like a butterfly, where you're getting on both sides of it, right, Cameron? So yes, you can absolutely do that. Okay, absolutely. Okay. Let's see here. Kenneth, great question. Okay, Kenneth says, how about if it's equal at expiration? Okay, and what he's asking there is, let's just, you know what, I'm going to pull up something else. Let me pull up Wall Street 30. This is the Dow. So that is the basics of a binary. We're going to dig in a little deeper to that. But all a binary is a statement. Does everybody understand that basic part? It's literally a statement. Yes or no, 0 or 1, it will happen or it won't. And if I agree with the statement, I buy. If I disagree with the statement, I sell. Okay, so that's the very heart and soul basics of a binary. So, very, very important here. Okay, because Kenneth says, how about if it's equal at expiration? Okay, so Kenneth, what does this statement say right here? Wall Street 30 will be at 24,479, or it will be greater than 24,479. Okay, so do you see right here? Can I see the indicative index? See, like right now it's at 24,483.6. Okay, so at expiration, everybody pay very close attention to this. This is very important. at 3 o'clock, when this contract expires, if the indicative was at 24,479.0, then it's literally at 24,479. Because if this says, 479.0, it's literally at it. So if it's at it, is it greater than, or is it at it? It's at it, right? And the statement says it's got to be greater. So that does not mean that it's got to be 24,480. It just can't be at 24,479.0. If this says 24,479.1, it's greater. Does that make sense? Kenneth, did that answer your question? Okay. But if it's at 24,478.9, then it's still not greater, right? So with a binary, literally 1/10 of one tick can mean the difference between all or nothing. Okay? 0.01 greater is still greater, Brandon. It just can't be at it. It has to be greater than the listed price. Does that make sense? Okay, right. So not equal to, but greater than, because that's what the statement says. The Wall Street 30 will be greater than this. Not equal to it, not right at it, but greater than. That's if I'm buying it. That makes sense? Everybody got that part? We're talking about buying it. Now, let's flip that, because it's completely different if I sell it. If I sold this, saying I disagree with this statement, the market will not be greater than 24,479. So I'm going to sell it. At expiration, if the market is literally at 479.0, was I right or wrong? Am I profitable or not? I'm right. Because remember, on the buy side, it can't be at 0.0. It has to be greater than. If I'm selling it, I'm saying the statement's false. It will not be greater than 479. So on the sell side, if it's 479.0, then that's correct. I'm profitable because it did not get to greater than. Does everybody get that? That's very key, because the original question, and thank you, Kenneth, because you really set us up here. Kenneth said, what if it's equal? Well, if it's equal at expiration, a buy would have not been profitable. A sell would have been. Brandon says, but that's equal, not less than. Correct, because we never said that it will be less than. We're just disagreeing that it will be more than. We're just disagreeing that it will be greater than. We never said it had to be less than. We're just saying the statement, the contract statement is that it will be greater than this at 3. And we're just saying it won't be. So whether it's equal or less, on the sell side would have been correct. Make sense, Brandon? Right. Yeah. Okay, does that clear up a little confusion there? Any kind of light bulbs going off of, oh, okay, now I get it. All right. Anybody lost on this or any questions? Because you just got to remember, it's, do you understand a little more now the simplicity of a binary option? They're not as complex as you think, because it's literally a statement. And you're just agreeing with the statement or disagreeing with the statement. That's it. Hey, This market would be greater than this number. Yes or no? It is or isn't. It is greater or it's not greater. Equal to is not greater. Okay? So that in a nutshell is a binary contract. And there's all these different contracts to choose from with the different strike prices. And you kind of see, okay, where's the market at compared to these listed prices? What is my strategy and system telling me? Do I think the market's going up? Do I think the market's going down? Do I think there's going to be, bigger moves, smaller moves? You have the option to choose these different strike prices. Okay? Steve says, oh, that must be nerve-wracking in a volatile market. Well, it can be. I mean, when it's coming down to the wire and you're just right there, you know what I mean? Like right at it. Sure, you're looking at going up and down, or you know what I mean? Absolutely it can be. Okay? Yes, we're comparing the statement to the Nadex indicative listed right here. Okay? It's based right here. This Nadex indicative is listed right here. Or if you open this contract, the indicative is also listed right here. Okay? Yes, Gene, there's like the 2-hour contracts, the dailies, the weeklies, there's 20-minute binaries, and right here there are 5-minute binaries on these particular forex pairs here. So you've got all kind of different options there. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit, let's go in a little bit deeper here. So you understand the basics of a binary. We're going to kind of go a little deeper with that. At expiration, okay, a binary is either worth 0 or it's worth 100. And if you notice here on the platform, you kind of see that in the pricing too. Imagine if you drew a 0 up here and if you put a 100 down here. You see that, the prices are, 12, 16, 23, 47, 86, 90. You kind of see that. Okay. Now, why are they priced this way? At expiration, 0 or 100. Okay. Where is this indicative price right here? 24,497. Okay. Well, what is this strike right here that's priced at $87 for me to buy? 24,467. Okay. So what is this statement saying? That the market will be greater than 24,467, right? Everybody agree? That's what this statement is saying. It'll be greater than 467. Well, where is it at right now? 498. It's already 30 points higher. It's already a true statement right now. It's just a question of will it continue to be true all the way till 3 p.m., right? This binary is considered to be what we call already in the money. It has not expired at its full profit, but it's already in the money because the statement's already true. So there's kind of a higher probability of it staying true, right? Does that make sense? Like the statement's already the case right now. It's just a matter of will it stay that way? Everybody got that? Makes sense? Okay. Why? So that makes sense why it's priced closer to 100, right? Okay. What about this one way up here that I could buy for only like 12 bucks? Wow, that's a lot cheaper. Well, what is this statement saying? That the market will be greater than 24,551. Well, 24,551. Well, right now the market's at 24,496. This is 55 points away. The market would have to go up 55 points between now and 3 o'clock for this to expire profitable. That's a little less likely to happen, isn't it? than something that's already happening. So it's a lower probability, so it's priced lower. Does that make sense? Everybody get that? Okay. Notice this one right here, that the market would be greater than 24,491. Where's the market at right now? This says 491. Right now it's around 493. That's really close, isn't it? The strike price and the market price are really close to each other. Notice the binary pricing, around 50 bucks. What is right in the middle between 0 and 100? At expiration, a binary has to expire at either a value of 0 or a value of 100. What's right in the middle between 0 and 100? 50. So when the market price, the indicative price, is right close to the strike price, it's kind of 50-50, isn't it? It's like, well, like who was it that mentioned earlier? Steve. You know, it's like, well, it's kind of right there at the strike, but it went up a little bit by a tick. Well, now it went down a little bit, but it's kind of on the fence, right? It's kind of 50-50. Where's it going to go by 3 o'clock? Right now, we kind of don't know. We're teetering on the fence. It's 50-50, so it's priced around 50. Does that make sense? Does everybody get that part? So when you open this, it's not as overwhelming anymore, is it? When you see, what are all these options? What is this? Just relax. Open one of these strike ladders. Look for about the $50 range. And what do you know already, just being on this webinar for a little bit? Okay, if these are around 50, I know that means that this indicative price is pretty close to this strike price. That's what we call an at-the-money binary, because it's kind of 50-50. I know that all of these down here that are priced higher towards 100 means that statement's already true. These are already in the money. I know that going up here, these lower price ones are what we call out of the money, and the market's got to move up there. You kind of draw a line in your head right here now, don't you? Around 50. And you know what these mean down here. They're already true. Just got to see if they stay that way. You know these up here mean market's got to move. Okay? Brandon says, so the offer size column is indicative of the ending time. Okay, offer right here. This is the price that you can buy for, Brandon. This is just showing you the number of contracts available at that price. Okay, so like right here, if I was to click this one, okay, see, I can buy this contract for $77 or $78 now. There's 50 of them available right now. That's at the top. See, if I hit depth, behind that, there's another 100 contracts I could buy for $78, $75. That's just the depth of market. That's just the size available. Okay, you can do 1, 10, 100, whatever's available. Okay, and if you went in and took out the whole book of 50, well, in just a few seconds, the market makers will replenish that and put extra contracts there. You're not going to run out. You know what I mean? Okay, so does that make a little more sense now of why some of these are priced a little differently? Okay, so let's dig back in here and make sure we really understand how some of this works. Okay, so let's make sure we understand risk and reward with binaries. Okay, so we're going to look at an example of buying a binary. So if I buy a Nadex binary for $25, my maximum risk is $25. Okay, on the buy side, whatever I put up, whatever price I buy it for, that is my total maximum risk. So remember, at expiration, it's either worth 0 or 100. At expiration is all or nothing. So if I buy for $25, I'm risking 25. Okay, that's the most I can lose. The most it can be worth at expiration is $100. So my maximum reward would be $75. Okay. So the amount that you buy a binary for is your amount at risk. The risk amount is the money you're putting up out of your account, putting on hold. You're putting that money up to place the trade. The difference between what you buy the binary for and $100 is the maximum amount you can make. Okay, so let's just stop for a minute. Any questions on that right there, on this page right here? Understanding your risk and reward when buying a binary. Everybody get that? When you're buying, meaning when you're agreeing with the statement, whatever amount you buy for is your risk. Okay, let me put that into practicality for you. Right here, offer side is the amount we buy for, correct? If I want to pull up this binary right here and open this contract, and I say I want to buy one contract, okay? And whatever this says right here, I click it, boom. What does it say right here? Max loss, what? $20.50, because that's what it was when I clicked it, right? Max profit is what? $79.50. If I add this number and this number together, what do they equal? $100. Okay? If I choose a different one and I click this one right here and I say I want to buy this one, okay? Let me get that out of there. Okay. I want to buy it for $76.75. My max loss is $76.75. The most I can make is what? $23.25. If I add both numbers together, what does it equal? $100. Okay? A binary is always worth either 0 or 100 at expiration. Everybody get that? Whatever I buy it for is my maximum risk. Okay? All right, if I said I want 2 contracts, well, my max loss is now $153.50. My max profit is $46.50. If I wanted 10 contracts, 76. Okay, everybody follow me here? Brandon says, so if I bought one for $99, okay, and it expired in the money, I would only get $1. Correct, Brandon. Or, Brandon, if you bought it for $99 and you were wrong and it expired out of the money, you would be out $99 at expiration. Make sense? Okay, so on the buy side, whatever amount you buy it for is your maximum risk. Your potential profit is the amount you bought it for up to $100. Okay, pretty simple. All right, now let's flip it around. Okay, let's look at selling a binary. Because remember, if we sell, what are we saying? When we sell, we're saying, hey, I disagree. I do not agree that statement will be true, so I don't want to buy it. I disagree. I think it's going to be false. I think it's going to be at or below it. Right? So if we sell a Nadex binary at $75, okay, we're flipping it around. Okay? If we sell it, then our maximum risk is only $25. Because when you sell a binary, okay, your risk is from where you sell it up to 100. Okay, remember on the buy side, it was different, right? On the buy, our risk was from where we buy down to 0. Okay, you just have to kind of flip it around in your head. If we sell, our risk is from where we sell up to 100. So if I sell a binary at 75, my risk is from where I sell 75 up to 100. So my risk is $25. Okay. My maximum reward is from where I sell down to 0. So my maximum reward here would be $75. So the amount you sell a binary for is the maximum amount you can make. So if I sold at 75, the most I can make is 75. Because therefore I'm making from 75 down to 0. My risk is from where I sell up to 100. Okay? So what I sell it for is the maximum amount I can make. The difference between where I sell and 100 is my amount at risk. Does that make sense? We flipped it around. You have to flip it around for the buy and for the sell. Because one is you're agreeing with the statement, one you're disagreeing with the statement. Does that make sense? Any questions on that part? Any questions on this page that's on the screen right here about selling a binary and how the risk and reward works for selling a binary? Okay, so at expiration, there's only 2 outcomes. It's either all or nothing, 0 or 100. We all got that, right? Okay. The beautiful thing about Nadex is you are not required to hold it all the way till expiration. You can exit early. Okay? And you could exit early whether you're making money or whether you're losing money. Okay? Let's say, for example, all right, real quick here. So let's say that I bought this binary right here. Okay? So again, guys, remember this is just a demo account, and this is not a trade recommendation or advice. I'm trying to help you see how to do this. Okay, so let's just say that I wanted to buy this one right here. Okay, so I press buy. Oh, hold on, let me refresh. Hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry. Too many other things open here. Give me a quick second. All right. Let me get back in here. Okay. All right. So let's say that I want to buy this one right here. Okay. All right. So I placed this order. Okay. And it's now in my open positions. Okay. It shows that, hey, you made this order. You made this trade is open, it's in your open positions. And what does this say in here? What does this mean in here? Okay, well, it means I bought this contract right here. Okay. I've got an hour and 11 minutes left till expiration. I entered the trade today at this time. Average price means the price I bought it for, right? So I bought it for $50.25. My position is +1. Why does it say +1? Because I bought. If I had sold, it would say -1, right? So I know I bought because it says plus. All right. Now, right here, do you see profit and loss? Well, of course you do, because everybody's eyes go to that, right? How is that figured? Okay. Well, where did I buy it? I bought it for $50.25, right? Okay. The current market is $46.50, $45.50. See how that number changes, the current market? You'll see that my profit and loss is the difference of where I bought compared to where the current market is. What does that mean? What contract did I buy? The 24,491. You see it up here? 24,491. So right now, you can buy this contract for $49, or you can sell it for $44.75. Remember, every contract you can either buy it or sell it. So if I bought this contract, I can hold it till expiration. But if I want to exit early, if I bought something and I want to get out of it early, what do you think I have to do to get out of something I bought? Got to sell it, right? What can this contract be sold for right now? The 491 contract can be sold for 44, 43.75. Notice it's this same price right here. The current market is showing you what you can currently sell that particular contract for. Make sense? So wherever I bought compared to where I can currently sell shows my current profit loss. Got it? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so the value of the binary is going to be based on, how the market's moving, how quick you're getting to expiration, and if you bought it, how much can you sell that contract for right now? Okay. Kenneth says, am I trading against the broker? Does Nadex trade the opposite side of the trade? No, Nadex is not a broker. Nadex is an exchange. Nadex never trades against you. Nadex is an exchange, okay? Notice right here, each one of these contracts, okay? You could buy it for this price, sell it for this price. You see the difference in there? A few dollars difference in there? That's what's called bid-ask spread, just like any other instrument you trade on the planet, right? Stocks, futures, forex. There's a market maker, okay, that says, hey, I've got a bunch of money. I'm going to make a market. I'll buy from you for this amount, and I'll sell to you for this amount. They're just a middleman. They make their money on these few dollars differences, right? That makes sense? The market maker has no idea if you're entering a trade or exiting a trade because you're profitable, because you're losing, because you're taking profit, because you're hedging. They have no idea. They're just there to provide a market, all right? No different than you need milk. You can either drive out to the country and find a farmer and buy milk from him, or you can go to the grocery store and buy milk, right? What is the grocery store doing? The grocery store saying, hey, Mr. Farmer, I'll buy the milk from you from $1, and hey, Mr. Customer, I'll sell it to you for $1.50. They're just making a market. They have no idea what you're doing with that milk, or if you're buying. Does that make sense? Okay, Nadex is an exchange, just like a grocery store is an exchange, bringing buyers and sellers together. And just like that grocery store makes their money on the difference of what they buy for compared to what they sell for, like any business is, that's all a market maker is. And that's why these differences here are in that price. Does that make sense? Okay. So, all right, so now the market has come up a little bit, right? Now the price, look at this contract, 24,491. Now the price it's selling for is a little higher than it was a few minutes ago, right? So now we're showing that the profit and loss is in the green, okay? So I can hold this until expiration, and at expiration, it'll either be worth 0 or 100, okay? But let's say that as time goes by and as the market's moving up, I bought it for 50. Let's say here in a little bit it's worth $75. So my current profit would be showing as what? $25. Well, let's say that I want to just exit the trade then. I don't want to hold it all the way till expiration. I don't want to hold it all the way till 0 or 100. I'm up $25 in profit. I want to get out. Right? Okay. Or let's say I bought it for 50 and the market starts going the other way. I was wrong. And now this thing's only worth 20 bucks. So I'm down 30. Right? But I just want to get out of it now. I don't want to take a full 50 loss. I only want to take a partial loss. I can exit the trade early, whether I'm exiting for profit or whether I'm exiting to not take a bigger loss. Make sense? How do I do that? Okay. Well, what did we say? If I'm buying a contract, if I want to get out early, what do I have to do? I have to sell it, right? Okay. So it's already here in my open positions. You see that? All I have to do is click it, just like that. And look what happens. A ticket pops up automatically. And notice this ticket is already marked sell. Why would it already be marked sell? I didn't do that. Well, because the system knows, hey, if you're in a bought contract, you're clicking this because you want to get out of it. The only way to get out of it is to sell it, right? So I go in and I sell it, and it's gone. See that? Okay. So when I bought this, notice everybody real quick. You see my balance right here? My demo balance? 31,423.01. Can everybody see that? 423.01. Yeah? Okay. Keep an eye on that. All right, so 423.01. I'm going to go buy this contract right here real quick in my demo account. Okay. Boom. What happened to my balance? Went down. Why? Because I bought this contract for 64.25. What's the most I can lose on this trade? 64.25. That's my maximum risk, the most I can lose. So how much got taken out of my account and put on hold? 64.25, right? Plus the fee, right? So if I were to exit this trade right now, where's my profit and loss at? Well, now it's 5, 6. So if I close this trade out right now for a $5.25 loss, what's going to get put back into my account is what? This amount that was on hold minus that. Does that make sense? So what does this say now? Watch it. 31,357.76. 357.76. All right, I'm going to close out. I want to get out of this trade. Boom, went back up. Do you see that? So that's how it works. When you're entering a trade, whatever your maximum risk is, that's the amount that's put on hold from your account until the trade settles out. Okay? Make sense? Okay. Let's see here. All right, guys, we've kind of gone a little bit over here, and I don't want to keep you too much longer here, but we do have, we do have some more webinars kind of coming up here and scheduled over the next several weeks to kind of keep building on this. All right, but does this at least help you, for those of you that were brand new? Does this at least help you understand a little more some of the very basic understanding of what is a Nadex binary? How does it work? Okay. And okay, what is the difference of buying a binary compared to selling a binary? Okay, what does all this junk mean on here, right? Like, what is all this stuff? Okay. That's what we're here for. And I know some of you have a lot of questions, and what about the, and I'd love to stay on here with you for hours and go through them all, but we've got a little bit of a time constraint here. But if you will join us on some of these upcoming webinars, we'll keep digging in. We'll keep building on this foundation. We'll keep going, through all of these questions. We'll go a little bit deeper into binaries, go a little bit deeper into the platform, we'll go a little bit deeper into strategies and systems. We'll go in a little more of why would you want to choose this binary over this binary, or so on. Okay. And I don't want to overwhelm you either today. We kind of want to build this step by step, kind of build the foundation and go through it. Okay. But a couple things. I don't want to just leave you hanging here. All right. A few things here. If you have any questions, feel free to hop over to our website, apexinvesting.com. Okay. We've got a lot of other screenshots here I didn't go through because if you notice, I went through all this with you on the platform. All right. I like to have these PowerPoints here to help you visualize, but I don't want to bore you all webinar with PowerPoint, right? I want you to be able to see it on the platform and visualize it the way you're going to be looking at it, the way you're going to be doing it. You know what I mean? I want to show you, okay, if I entered this order, it's going to show up here. And if I want to close it, I want to show you how to do it, not just talk to you about it on a boring PowerPoint. Y'all agree? Okay, so you see me flipping through here. It's not that y'all missed out on anything. I just didn't want to, I want to show you how to do it. Okay, but if you have any questions, hop on over to our website. Visit us at apexinvesting.com. We've got a ton of free education over there. I've got step-by-step training courses on binaries and spreads and walking through every little aspect of binaries, you know, kind of what we covered today times 10, you know, like really digging in. Got different strategies and systems and binary and spread calendars, free deviation levels. You can get access to a free education membership, ton of information over there. So feel free to come over and see us there. But if you hop back over to nadex.com, okay, for those of you that are chomping at the bit and eager here, I don't want to leave you hanging, okay? I want to give you something you can do today and this weekend. If you go right here to Learning Center, go to Webinars, okay, and then you click right here on Demand. And then just find me right here, John Skelton, Apex Investing. Okay, this will give you a complete library of some past recorded webinars, or I believe Emmanuel just asked about this webinar. This is where it will be. Okay, and you can rewatch this if you want, Binaries 101. You can get into a little deeper of choosing the right binary and understanding some top mistakes and different strategies. Because I know some of you are chomping at the bit. Tell me more. What about this? We got to run for now because we're way over, but here's a place you can go and get a ton of information. Okay. Sarah says, thank you for explaining the selling of options. It's a very confusing concept. And so, yes, exactly. It's backwards. Okay. It's completely different. You've got buying and selling, so you got to understand both sides of that. Okay. And you got to make sure not to get confused of, oh, I meant to buy that. So you got to make sure you understand both sides, Sarah. So I'm really glad that helped you. But also, and Sarah, I'm going to use your example here. I hope you don't mind. Sarah says, I had it backwards and I almost lost my money. Another good reason for what? Why you're learning and getting it down and nailing it down. What do you want to get right now? Demo accounts, right? Use your demo account, work out all the kinks, get it down, get it mastered, then move over to live, okay? All right, guys, I'm glad that helped. Hey, hop on and get registered for some of these next webinars. Go back and watch some webinars. Thank you so much for your time today, for your interaction. I hope it helped. Hope you have a great weekend, and we will look forward to seeing you next week and on the next webinar. Take care, guys. Thanks so much. Have a